Welcome to the first self-help video to help you with your sleep problems. My name is Magnus Nordmo and I'm a Norwegian clinical psychologist and your guide through this process. This self-help program consists of a number of different modules where you decide your own pace. In addition to these modules, you'll find optional material for those of you who want to learn more about a particular topic. This material can be in written or in video format and will be linked to in the video description of each module. This entire program is free of charge and it's available whenever you have the time. We recommend the Norwegian version of this program if you're from Norway. Look for a link in the video description. So, this program is for people with sleep problems, and by that we mean problems with one or more of these. Problems getting into sleep, problems sleeping through the night, waking up too early, low sleep quality, and daytime sleepiness and fatigue. People who've had sleep problems for a long time may also experience problems concentrating on daily activities, for example at work. It might also negatively affect your mood. Lastly, people with sleep problems often have a lot of concerns related to their sleep. We can further divide sleep problems into two main categories: short-term and long-term ones, also known as acute and chronic insomnia. Short-term sleep problems are minor episodes that often occur concurrently with demanding life events, like getting a new job, changing residence, or a death in the family. Short-term sleep problems are something that most people go through at some point. But fortunately, these usually go away on their own, without the need for any professional intervention. In some cases though, short-term sleep problems may persist and become long-term ones. If you've experienced 3 or more nights of bad sleep per week for 3 months or longer, you have what's called chronic sleep problems or chronic insomnia, from the Latin word in, meaning without, and somnus, meaning sleep. This self-help program is for people with long-term or chronic sleep problems. If your sleep problems haven't persisted this long, you should not continue this video series. We have a separate video on dealing with short-term sleep problems that you can find in the video description. Each step in this treatment has its own homework assignments, and these are very important to complete. Just understanding the major themes that are presented in this program is not enough to get rid of your insomnia. If you want to do that, then you'll have to set aside some time and resources to actually complete these assignments. That's why this self-help program requires a certain degree of motivation. This motivation is particularly important because some parts of the program can be challenging to implement. In fact, it's common for sleep to get worse for 1 to 2 weeks after you start. So persistence is key if you want to succeed. How much time is required to spend on implementing the program varies from person to person, but one is usually required to spend around 2 months following a prescribed sleep plan in order to get rid of your insomnia. We do not recommend this program to people who are in an ongoing life crisis or a difficult life situation, because this might hinder you in completing the program. Better then to wait for your situation to stabilize before restarting this program. The hardest aspect of this self-help treatment is that it involves changing habits, and we know that this is really difficult. There are a lot of people who say that they're going to smoke less and exercise more every January. But in March, not everyone has gotten around to it. It's common to experience sleep problems while having other ailments or illnesses, such as bodily pains, anxiety, or depression. Fortunately, most people can improve their sleep despite these other potential issues. But there are a couple of exceptions though. If you snore and have breathing pauses during sleep, you may have a condition known as sleep apnea. In that case, we recommend you investigate and treat it first. You can read more about sleep apnea at sleepfoundation.org. See the link in the video description. If you've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, then you may very well profit from working on your sleep, but in a slightly different way, and you'll need tailored advice from a psychologist or a doctor. You can read more about bipolar disorder at the National Institute of Mental Health. See the link in the video description. If you're unsure whether your diagnosis or condition means that you should not use this self-help program, we recommend contacting your doctor and discussing it before you begin. We've now reached the end of this introductory video. You'll find the link to Module 2 in the video description. And you can start it as soon as you're ready. If your sleep problems have lasted less than 3 months, you should instead look for the video on managing short-term sleep problems, linked in the video description. See you later.